What's good, everybody? It's your brother Mad Black, the most dangerous and the most toxic black man on the internet. The brother who told you not to be out here using the word of God to steal money from people, but you did it anyway, and now your ass is going to federal prison for 9 years. And I am black up in your face again with some more pro-black commentary. So, Pastor Lamore Whitehead, also known as the Bling Bishop, has been sentenced to 9 years in federal prison. He should have got more. He should have got 90 years, in my opinion. But, I guess they want to try to give him the time that fits the crime. But I've been talking about this clown ever since he got robbed up in Brooklyn. That was one of the original videos I did on this channel where I talked about how this fool, knowing good and damn well he's living in a poor community, and he's going to be driving around in Rolls Royces and wearing gold chains and Rolexes and everything else and diamonds and whatnot, and preaching to people and asking them for donations for your church while you got all this money and gold and stuff around you, and then act surprised when your ass gets robbed right in the middle of your sermon. I didn't feel bad for him then. I don't feel bad for him now. Okay? I did another video about this fool and how he was charged for basically scamming people out of money. He's running several scams. And, you didn't need to tell me that this fool was a scam artist. The fact that he's using his pulpit as a way to aggrandize himself and steal money from an already poor and struggling community. You didn't have to tell me that he was a con artist. I could tell you that just by looking at him. All right? And now they finally sentenced his ass, and he's got 9 years in a federal prison. The only reason I'm not completely celebrating about that is I worry that with his con artist ways, a lot of times con artists go to a federal prison and basically learn better ways to be a con artist, right? There are a lot of these people, because a lot of these people who run these scams and whatnot go to federal prison, they wind up going there, getting with other scam artists, and either combining their efforts or learning better methods when they get out and just continue the con later on, or a better con, right? It'd be better if he went to like a state prison or something like that, where he would have to be, trying to, keep the prisoners off his ass and whatnot. That can happen in the federal prison, but it's not likely because once again, there's a lot more white collar criminals. I don't know what type of, I don't know where exactly he's going to be doing his time, but a lot of times, a lot more white collar criminals in these federal prisons. Now, I guess, yeah, they can still take your cheeks in there too. It just depends on exactly which prison he's going to and maybe which block of that prison he's going to be in. But, whatever happens to him in a negative capacity, I don't feel bad for him whatsoever. All right? Because he was taking advantage of the people in his community. He took advantage of a lot of old people, right? And, he'd been conning a lot of these old people out of money, and that's why his ass is getting locked up now. But even more to that, when you're someone who claims to be a pastor of men, right? Being a pastor is almost like being like a shepherd. You're supposed to be taking care of those people and watching out for them and guiding them on the right path. And you use that to basically fill your pockets. You are one of the biggest scumbags on earth, in my opinion, because you're utilizing someone's religious beliefs to line your pockets. You're a sick individual, and you're a blasphemer, right? So, even though I'm not the most religious person there is, there's a line that I believe people should not cross. where you're playing around with someone's belief system like that. And I truly believe that the worst punishment is coming to you. All right? You got some real bad karma built up and stored up that you're going to have to deal with. The fact that you would do something like that where you pretend that you're someone's guide in spiritualism and you're basically just stealing from them. You got some good old fashioned, nice, hot hellfire waiting on your ass when you get there. And I hope you get some when you get to the federal prison, by the way. All right? I'm hoping you gotta trade your booty hole for some Zuzus and Wham Whams or something like that. I'm hoping that's what happens, but you never know. You never know. Like I said, a lot of these federal prisons, these scumbag con artists just basically go there and learn how to be better criminals. So I don't have a lot of hope for him learning his lesson as far as taking advantage of people. He'll probably just learn how to do it even better when he's in prison. He might even be running a scam where he's getting people to donate money to him while he's in prison. Who knows? Who knows? Because I think his wife is still out there on the street, so she might be his contact on the outside to run even more scams. But, you folks can let me know how you feel about Lamora Whitehead going to federal prison and being sentenced. Once again, I know I don't give a damn about him. I think people like him are absolutely disgusting. And what's sad is he's low level. He's a low level scam artist when it comes to their whole religious preacher hustle. There are a lot of other ones who are way higher on the totem pole. Their ass needs to be in federal prison as well. But at this point, there's nothing that we got on them that can actually stick anyway. These fools have make sure that the first million they get, they hire a good attorney to keep their asses out of prison and keep them from having to do the time that Lamora Whitehead is doing. So you folks let me know how you feel about it in the comments section. I very much like to hear your opinions on this. Anyway, Mad Black, and I will be back on my foot on a devil's back.